Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Real Life Health Show. Here I am sitting in front of my garden, and I'm just loving eating these greens. And after being on a raw vegan diet for over 25 years, uh, I see all these reports out and all these people saying you can't even go vegan, let alone raw vegan. People saying it's unhealthy and you'll never be able to do raw vegan for more than a couple of years, I see people saying. And I'm thinking to myself, what? I've been doing this a long time and I've interviewed people. I wrote this book many years ago. And at that time, I think I wrote this in 1999 and I published it in 2000. At that time, this is the raw life. I traveled around the world and I interviewed people who had been eating a raw vegan diet at that time for about 20 or 30 years. And that was then. And I fast forward now, some 25 years later or 20 years later, and there are still those same people that are out there still doing the raw vegan diet and definitely a vegan diet. And I think, what is wrong with people when people say you can't do this? You can do this if you want to do this. Now, I found out and I share with you on this on these videos, things that I have found that works to help you do it if you want to accomplish 100% raw vegan. I don't think it's necessary to be all raw, but I do think vegan is the way to go. But even if you eat meat, the body is amazing. It has so much room for error that you can get away with eating healthy meats. You can even get away with eating unhealthy meats for a certain time, but for a certain time. But you see, people don't understand. It's what you do when you're younger that's going to determine your health when you're older. That's what people don't get. Because you can eat just about anything when you're young and feel amazing. But you're truly making an investment in your future. And now here I am, and I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm very active. I have to laugh when people are just looking for excuses or reasons not to do this. People say, well, you don't look vibrant or you don't look healthy. And somebody once made a video saying, no, you probably can't even walk down the street or ride a bike or something because you look like you have no energy. And anyone that knows me would laugh at that because they know how active of a person I am. But, all this time and all these years, people are still doing this. So when are people stop going to say, you can't do this or you can't do a raw vegan diet long term and start saying, well, there aren't many people out there that are doing a raw vegan diet, but the ones that are and have been doing it long term, they're still doing it. So it can be done. Now there's many social situations and aspects of why people choose not to do 100% raw vegan all these years. But you certainly can do it if that's your goal. And, I want to always talk about the mistakes that I made to help people avoid those same mistakes. And, and then what I'm doing now, I want to share that with people. Not that people would do that all of a sudden, but people would realize how it's working and what I'm doing. And I talk about everything from exercise to supplementation to the types of foods I eat on a daily basis. And here I am now and where I am in my life. And I feel like each year I perfect it more and more. And here I am right now so it's the morning here. I just got back from the gym and it's like 8:30. And I'm going to have a green vegetable juice. And the greens are from my garden, as you see right next to me here. Some collards there and some other greens. The greens are from my garden, so I'll have some greens. And then maybe around 11 o'clock, I'll have a smoothie or some fresh fruit, depending which one's more available. If you could see behind me in a tree, there's some bananas up there. There's actually 2 trees with bananas there. So I do my best to eat as close as possible. I have salad greens in the garden, but I also have sprouts that I'm growing inside the house, and I'll do that. I have some tomatoes behind me as well, and I'll do those tomatoes and the salad greens, and yeah. So at 11 o'clock, I'll have a smoothie or some fresh greens, and then later I'll have some salad and a nice dressing. And I don't eat much. Sometimes instead of a salad or with a salad, I might have a raw food recipe, and I post them to my Instagram page, the recipes and the pictures of that. Last night for dinner, I had a salad with a raw lasagna. And it wasn't at night too late. It was still light outside. It was a raw lasagna. I didn't eat after that. One other thing I might have today is before I have my smoothie is I'll have my green juice, or maybe I'll have this first right after I do this video. Is I like to have a water with lemon in it, and I have this fruit called miracle fruit, and it makes everything sour taste sweet. So the lemon tastes like lemonade. So I'll just have that. I'll have this little, it's a berry actually. I suck on the berry and then I drink the lemon water. But yeah, you don't need to, you know, overdo it and get into protein shakes and all this. As for supplements, I take Astaxanthin, the Valasta Astaxanthin. I try to take that every day. It's very helpful, I find. And I'll put a link below this video to that. I take B12 and vitamin D and K2 I take. There's zinc I take, especially now during these times, but there's not much more one needs to take, and I try to get my vitamins and minerals from the food here. I take, a few other minor supplements, but, I monitor my blood work and make sure everything's going well. But for me, exercise is extremely important when it comes to utilizing what we're doing. So I like to do weight-bearing exercises. And that's a tremendous help to me. And yeah, so I hope that what the things I share can help you and bless you. And if you have comments or questions, put them below. But don't let anyone tell you can't do a raw vegan diet, because, I'm living proof that it can be done. Dr. Fred Bishy, who I interviewed in this book, and by the way, yeah, this book you can get on Amazon, The Raw Life by me, Paul Neeson. I interviewed Dr. Fred Bishy in this book. Remember, I interviewed him 20 years ago. He's 92 or 93 years old now. He's still doing a raw vegan diet. So I interviewed Doug Graham in this book. And at the time, he was 20 years raw vegan, I believe, and he still is. And so there's a lot of other interviews with Aris Latam. I interviewed him. So, not everyone stuck with it over the years, and people always had their reasons why. But those that stuck with it, they're doing it. Yeah, so you can do it if you want to do it. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it. And I just got to laugh when people say, oh, you can't do a vegan diet long term, and you definitely can't do a raw vegan diet long term. Well, that's not true, because it's being done and I'm doing it. All right, everybody, thank you, and have a great day. Put your comments and questions below. And until then, everybody, have a great real life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.